think Conor O'Farrell, he won't be too much of a rush.
Coming into line for race 2, let's get back to Mike.
So calling them in now for this Join Racing TV Now Novices Handicap Chase, Class 5. As the rains begin to fall here at Wetherby. And away they go. Just under 2 miles for them to cover here, and 13 fences for them to take. Patagonia in the black and white colours, Somewhat Cloudy, and Robbins Field in company on the outside as they go down towards the first. And they're being trapped by Getaway Jewel, who took it in 4th, ahead of Beat the Edge. All these fences in the home straight here at Wetherby, of course, are plain ones. Great jump there by the leader. That was Somewhat Cloudy. Patagonia on the right in the black jacket. And Robbins Field, who's just taking a little bit of a keen hold in the early part of the race here. Jumped it in 3rd. 2 or 3 lengths back then to Getaway Jewel and Beat the Edge in last place. Dropping back in Trip Today. Crossing over the next. And all over it safely. So the first 4 fences negotiated nicely enough. Patagonia is going to take them past the judge with a circuit to go. Brian Hughes on board, Somewhat Cloudy in 2nd. Wider out then to Robbins Field. And then a gap of 4 lengths to Getaway Jewel. Conor O'Farrell in the grey jacket. And then Beat the Edge and Jamie Hamilton in last place. Only about 5 lengths off the pace though, as they head off towards the back straight here. It's Class 5 Novices Handicap Chase, which is showing quite a few moves in the market, which are quite interesting. Support for Patagonia and Beat the Edge in particular. Patagonia then striding out in front on his first start for the Gary Hanmer team. Robbie Dunn in the saddle as they move down towards the 5th fence. Somewhat Cloudy close up in 2nd place. Robbins Field wider. A mistake by Getaway Jewel there. Got that fence wrong there, but he survived it. He's joined on the outside by Beat the Edge. The first open ditch of the race. It's number 6. Going towards it now. And all over it safely enough. And the front 3 only separated by about half a length. Patagonia, Somewhat Cloudy, and Robbins Field as they go towards the next plain one. Jumping at speed ahead then of Getaway Jewel, who measured that much better. Beat the Edge is now relegated to last. And they move on towards the next plain fence here. Jumping has been pretty sound so far. They've got the open ditch to take now. Number 9 at the end of the back straight. Patagonia on the inside, wider out then to Somewhat Cloudy and Robbins Field. As they cross over the ditch, Getaway Jewel and Beat the Edge tracking the 3 leaders. So as they emerge then from the back straight, Patagonia with a lead of just under a length. Somewhat Cloudy closing up on the outside. Robbins Field in the hands of Ben Post. Still there with every chance. And then 2 lengths away back to Beat the Edge. And Getaway Jewel is the one that's just a bit short of toe on that turn as they come round towards the home straight now, with 4 more fences left to take in the Join Racing TV Now Novices Handicap Chase. Somewhat Cloudy beginning to draw alongside Patagonia. They've eyeballed each other virtually throughout here, to be honest. Coming up to the 4th last now. Patagonia on the inside, Somewhat Cloudy on the outside. They all jumped it well. Back in 3rd place there. Beat the Edge getting closer on the inside. Robbins Field responding. Still every chance. Coming to the 3rd last now. Getaway Jewel, the one that surely can't win. He's 10 lengths behind them. They're coming down towards the last 2 fences here, and Robbins Field is beginning to throw down a strong-looking challenge. Wider out still, Somewhat Cloudy. Patagonia in there, pitching on the inner, and he nodded on landing there, Robbins Field. Beat the Edge has snuck up the inside. 4 separated by only 2 lengths as they approach the final fence in this contest. Beat the Edge on the inside. Robbins Field made a blunder when held back in 4th, but it's Beat the Edge and Jamie Hamilton from Patagonia who's trying to rally up the inside. Somewhat Cloudy's only got the 1 pace. Patagonia is closing all the time. To the line they go, and is tight. Patagonia and Beat the Edge go past together. From Somewhat Cloudy in 3rd, Robbins Field, who blundered at last, and then Getaway Jewel.
Goes up to the judge. Beat the Edge near side. Patagonia well back the far side. They've hit the line as 1. It's very, very tight. I thought that Patagonia might have got back up, but we'll wait and see. Somewhat Cloudy has finished in 3rd. Much improved performance, a career best by a mile. for Robbins Field. And then a below-form getaway duel completing the field. On that, you'd say that Beat the Edge has just managed to hang on. He's taken a long while to get his head in front if he is going to be confirmed the winner. And here we go for confirmation. And he has won. Beat the Edge has just held on from Patagonia. He very nearly threw that away, though, Mark.
He did. He seemed to enjoy the gallop, didn't he? No surprise, he got a patient ride from Jamie Hamilton, having dropping back in trip, having raced over 3 miles early in the season, and then he jumps to the front of the last, and you think he's going to go and win fairly comfortably. But fair play to Patagonia. First start for Gary Hamner. He rallies far side. He gives himself a chance, but unfortunately for him and his connections, the post has just come too soon.
It has. I think Beat the Edge has shown there why he had placed a lot and not won, though. Because although Patagonia is coming back at him, I think Beat the Edge was waiting for him. And I think Beat the Edge, they'll be keen to hit the front as late as they can, probably, any time in the future. And he's moved through the race like he's doing it all quite easily, hasn't he, in behind them? But once he got there, he looked like a horse that was going to go and win 2 or 3 lengths. In the end, he's probably won a short head.
He has, and for a horse who obviously gets 2.5 and he even gets 3 miles, you'd think he would hit the line hard, having jumped the last gone to the front, and then you'd think he'd stay on strongly. But as you say, he's almost thrown it away. He's ended up travelling strongly into the race. No surprise, Patagonia is fairly handy throughout. He's run much better today on only his second start over fences. Somewhat cloudy, the mare on the outside. Again, she's jumped very well. She's had every chance. The response once she came off the bridle was just a bit disappointing, because I thought the way she's jumped, I thought she'd win once they turned in for the home straight, but the alarm bells are beginning to ring now on the run down to the second last, and then she starts to empty out. You've touched on Robbins Field. That's a big step forward from him. He was still in contention when that more or less ends his chance, doesn't he, at the second last?
Yeah, he made that mistake, and the others quickly went on from him. Over the last, he wasn't the most fluent either, and he's just getting tired. It just seemed that mistake to sort of knocked the stuffing out of him a little bit. The winner hanging on for dear life at the